Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It's Thanksgiving here in the United States, so if you partake in that tradition, happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm thankful for many things, mostly my family, and the fact that I live in a time when video games are a thing that I can enjoy. Radix, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing well. I'm about to be pretty frustrated, I think, because this game's puzzles seem very challenging, very difficult. And I'm not making as much progress as I would like, but we'll do what we can. So when we left off, the last things that happened were we met up with Nero, who is here and is in his room. We acquired our room key, and he told us to give him a call, but I don't see him on here. We looked under N for Nero and R for Renzer, or whatever his name is. Did not see him in either location, so I'm not sure how to give him a call. This seems to be phone numbers for people outside the hotel. So, not quite sure what to do with this. Hey, Pilo, welcome back to the channel. I mean, we know he's in room... I think I'm in 1963. I think he's in 1847. Okay, in red text, help me. That seems pretty disturbing. Dear Lord, help me. The red beast is coming for me. Well, that's upsetting. I don't know what to make of that. We know one other room number aside from ours that we can try, which is 2014. Showner tag care home. This is Latif. Hello? Is anyone there? All right. Well, apparently that's not the right number. We do have our room key, so I imagine we should go check that out. If I can remember how to get there. I think we go up the stairs. Maybe not. We've got the film poster and the locked door here. This goes upstairs. Okay, so room 2014 I think is not our room. I think we're supposed to be in 1963, or maybe I'm wrong. I have the... No, it is room 2014. Okay, I have the room 2014 key. Let's use that and get inside our room. Yikes, what's that? What? Oh, there's an old lady here. A sick old lady in bed? Well, she might not be sick. I do feel like the color red is a very important color here. Kind of reminds me of Schindler's List. There are... Almost the entire game is monochrome, but there are bits of red here and there. Now, Renzo has claimed that that is paint, but to me, a lot of it looks like blood. Let's check the mirror. It's been smashed. We've got this lady here, a sleeping old woman. She's fast asleep. I don't know if we want to wake her up yet. I mean, I imagine we don't have much choice. Let's look at the clipboard. Interesting, interesting. So when we called the number, it did say Schonertag. Latif was the nurse or whatever? Blood wouldn't stay red for long. Well, in the real world, but this is some sort of fictional world. I mean, you might have a point. So we don't know this lady's name. It's been redacted, but she does have a number, which may prove important. 19321129-4102. Date of admission, December 13th, 2014. Date of summary 1 day later on December 14th. Ms. Redacted suffers from redacted and redacted. The latter is believed to be a symptom of early stages of redacted. It's likely that Miss Redacted's condition is redacted. Lately, Miss Redacted has been receptive to verbal communication. Nurses have seen noticeable reactions when mentioning things such as family members, friends, places she has visited, or things related to her work. As it is believed that this verbal stimuli is beneficial for Ms. Redacted, the care team intends to find more information about Ms. Redacted. Visitors will be encouraged to communicate with Ms. Redacted using any verbal stimuli the care team finds advisable. Okay. Total guess here, but dementia or Alzheimer's, perhaps, given what they're saying about verbal communications. Before we wake her up and talk to her, we don't know anything about her. We don't know about her family members. We don't know about her work. Let's see if we can find something to talk about in the remainder of her apartment. We've got video cassette boxes. A stack of empty ones. Canzone dell'Oceano. Okay. So these are, okay, this is interesting. We have a bunch of posters for a lot of these movies. So now we can actually take a closer look at the original poster as it was intended. So this may help us solve some of the clues. There's numbers here, like the year number and the runtime. So this first one, Canzone dell'Oceano, a film by Renzo Nero. Again, Nero is the filmmaker here, starring Giancarlo Preto and Francesca Albus. Banker Renato leaves the city life behind and decides to sail the ocean to experience the calm of being in the eye of a storm. He robs his own bank to buy a ship, which he names Lily Christine. Throughout his journey, he meets creatures and seafarers who all seem to bear a resemblance to people he's met before. Gorilla Wolf, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Bacardi, 1 hour, 51 minutes. I'm not sure why you're mentioning alcohol, but yeah, that does appear to be the runtime. So we read the kind of biography of Nero, and his films, it seems, wavered back and forth in the early part of his career between absurdist and exploitation, was what they said. So all of them had limited commercial appeal, especially the later work, which was like almost offensive. This was filmed in 1948. It's a drama. 1 hour, 51 minutes. An American dollar was hidden in the box. Okay, I'll take that. We'll grab the rest of these boxes. Adieu Tbilisi. Another film by Nero. The irresponsible Lieutenant Resnick serves in a distant outpost during World War I. Out of boredom, he cuts out his eyes to get sympathy from his commanding officer, Major Lorentz, whom he later seduces. A strange and dangerous love affair plays out while the war creeps ever closer. Ace of Hearts. Gambler Roberto loses a bet to the one-eyed radical Lori. To cancel his debt, she wants him to infiltrate the military-industrial complex. When Roberto inadvertently causes an international diplomatic crisis during a game of cards, Lori decides that a nuclear war is unavoidable, and in the name of peace, they form the terror group the Ace of Hearts to speed up the process. These plots are pretty odd. Also, there's like a connection there. In the previous film, the guy cuts his own eyes out. In this one, there's a one-eyed radical. Lori. He causes a crisis. They form a terror group in the name of peace to speed up the process of nuclear war. Okay. Thriller comedy. Lorenzo's work is getting weirder and weirder. Okay, a card fell out from the box. The Ace of Hearts. Interesting. Okay. 151 rum. Oh, I see what you were saying, Gorilla Wolf. Got it. Okay. The Etymologist's Dream. Yeah, Pila, I agree. Terror group in the name of peace kind of contradicts itself. But that's, I mean, they described his style as absurdist. So maybe that's the point? R, an ordinary librarian, finds the indecipherable book 1,000 years ago in his library. The words within puzzle him, and his research leads him to an underground book club, where he befriends L. She takes him to a fortune teller, and in the crystal they see that R wrote 1,000 years ago himself. Well, that kind of gives away the ending. L and R suggest left and right, maybe? A dog like all other dogs. In post-war Dusseldorf, the homeless Rudy looks for his blind dog Lazarus in the ruined city. Interestingly, there's the dog that we've met in the game, the dog who is like running around the hotel, or at least outside the hotel, is named Rudy, or at least has a collar with the word Rudy on it. Wonder if that's related to this. So the homeless Rudy looks for his blind dog Lazarus in the ruined city. As Rudy realizes that dogs have more value than him, he transforms himself into a Labrador, only to find himself in a constant fear of being cooked and served in a fancy restaurant. Okay, so perhaps the Rudy here is the transformed homeless man? Automobile. 3 women, all named Regina, lose their minds after hearing rock singer Little Leaf on the radio. To symbolize their higher state of consciousness, they change their names to Retina, as they learn that Little Leaf is to perform in Helsinki. They steal a sports car and embark on a violent quest to find the man of their dreams. Okay, so this is like some kind of cross between a weird fever dream and Thelma and Louise, maybe? But Regina becomes Retina. That might be a clue, like G becomes T? I don't know. We'll have to review these as we find the various posters and try to understand the puzzles. An animal terrible here. As Ronaldo is left by his wife and children, he cuts out the eyes. Yeah, more eye cutting. Weird. As Ronaldo is left by his wife and children, also all the protagonists start with the letter R. Now that could be because his name is Renzo and he just names all of his characters with R's for some reason. As Ronaldo is left by his wife and children, he cuts out the eyes of the family cat Lucia. In a fit of revengeful rage, when insects start to devour the still-living cat, it turns from white to black, and Ronaldo starts to keep a journal about its decay using macro photography. This sounds pretty awful. The third eye. No description, no runtime. Just the actual poster image. The back of the box is completely blank, but there's a note inside. Okay. Cinema sostenuto manifesto. Cinema does not need people to exist. A piece of art exists in itself and for itself. All art can and should not be for mankind. We must make special cinemas for showing movies that transcend the human experience and shift the perspective from the viewer. Such a cinema has no need for chairs or popcorn, and it has no room or need for people at all. A projectionist starts the film and is given ample time to vacate before the credits. Then the show begins. No chatter, no commercials, no inane questions about the plot. Pure cinema, untarnished by greedy eyes. Well, as an art idea, it's something, I guess, but it's not really viable. Like, who's going to pay for the art to be shown to no one all the time? We also have the television and the video cassette recorder here. Shit's hardcore grim. Yeah, it's very strange. I don't actually have a cassette. I have the car key, the tampons, the bite-sized gaming system, the American dollars, the key to this room, and the Ace of Hearts. Also, there's a lot of boxes here, so it looks like we might end up getting quite a lot of items. I do want to take a quick screenshot here. I always need more screenshots for thumbnails. I don't know if this will end up being the one I use, but I wanted to grab that because it had a nice view of our protagonist, who may or may not be Lorelei Weiss. I guess we could try to talk, if we wake her up, we could try to talk to her about the video cassettes. That's the only thing we've found so far. Let's check this other room. Oh my. Okay. Maze lithograph. What the? Okay, alright. What? I'm not sure what to make of this yet. At least we have a photographic memory, so it remains with us. Maybe we'll get some ideas of how to use it later. We have a ladder up to an attic or loft. That screenshot view isolates one of the film names. Oh, did it? Oh, I missed that. Hold on, let me go back and look. You're right. It's the etymologist's dream is the one closest to the television. Good eye, Gorilla Wolf. I don't know if that's relevant or not, but it's a good catch, I think. It is important to be observant in games like this, and sometimes I do get tunnel vision, so that kind of thing can help me out for sure. Let's grab the dollar. Oh, we got a document tube. Okay. This is Vinden's document tube. Let's go into our photographic memory and check our notes. We'll go to the architect sketches and look for Vinden. Okay. Component-based mansion design. Available components and prices. So we need components to make the example in the upper right, I think. So 50 does look like an accurate depiction of the left side of the model. 150 is missing the doorway. 195 has the wrong number of windows in the uppermost central portion. Is 50 right? No, 50 is wrong. Because on the leftmost like post or whatever, there's a little like lightning rod sticking out of the top, and that's not in the model. So 50 is wrong because of that. So now we're up to 215, which does look correct to my eye for the left half. 215. And then we need the right side. What's the difference between 215 and 230? I'm not sure I see the difference just yet. Oh, it's the number of windows above the central archway. So 230 has an extra one, which doesn't belong. So it is 215 is the left side. 275 looks correct as well. What's the difference with 60? It's the number of arches between the outermost and middle bit. Yep, that's okay. So I think it's 215 plus 275 so far. It looks right to me. Yeah. So 215 plus 275 would be 490. Let's try 490. Nice, we got it. So these have all been maps, but one of the maps had a clue on it. All right, this is the Hotel Letztes Jahr loft map. The small loft of the hotel houses an impossibly large room and small spaces used for storage, perfect for the many planned projects in the building. So there is a loft floor. We only have access to this room at the moment. Oh, since when is there... Okay. The 2014 law. I didn't realize I could move this cursor around to see things. Loft storage. There's a computer there. The 1963 loft. Room 1938. All right. Let's try waking up this lady. We don't know who she is or really anything about her, but who cares? Young woman, before I go, please help me see. Help the old woman see. What? She's mumbling. Listen. Electronic Art Symposium. Photo collages. Cafe. Mother, her sister, and father. Hitoev's band. Name and telex. Eunice Project. Say something? Why don't we say Nero here? I mean, maybe it's something. She's not reacting. Okay. She's got the laser eyes. And she seems to be an artist. She's mumbling about, I don't know. I wonder if this is our future self, perhaps. That might explain why her name is redacted. Also, remember in the beginning when Nero was inviting us in the letter, he was talking about the grand cosmic art, like the pinnacle of his life, the greatest art project of all time. What if it's another, like that movie jacket we saw, what if it's an art project that's not meant to be viewed by someone? Or maybe it's meant to be experienced by someone? I mean, he could be using us as a product or a material in his art. If this was our future self, then maybe the art piece he's working on is some sort of trap that puts an artist inside a time loop for eternity. You know what I mean? Like a kind of like never-ending, eternal, permanent, static, four-dimensional art piece. Like a time loop would be a way to essentially create eternal art. It would be horrifying for the person involved, but it is maybe a horror game. I'm not sure. Renzo definitely has made some horror games or horror films. All right, he's back. How was your room, signorina? Was it what you expected? We can compliment the room choice or explain that there was someone in there. You really like puzzles, signorina. Let me think. I've got it. You were the someone. That was an inventive riddle, Bella. I think I might be right. I think the old lady might be us. The Steam tags don't mention a single thing about this being a horror game. Well, maybe. But I think he's being a cheeky bastard right there when he gives us the right answer, but pretends or couches it so that it's not what we think, or it's a different answer. He couches it so that we think he's not answering our actual question, when in reality he was, maybe. I forgot to ask you the most important thing. Did you bring the script pages like we agreed? Explain that the pages are lost, or explain that there was no agreement. Yeah, I don't remember agreeing to that. Signorina, signorina. This is a bigger problem than a jackpot. A very big problem. How do you suppose we will find out how it ends? Yeah, hiding in plain sight. Exactly. I suggest you make it a very high priority to bring them to me. And he's gone. Okay. Why don't we take a look at our mental notes? There's a bunch of stuff we need to do. Bring script pages to his room, help the old woman see, find video cassettes, call him. Did we call 1963? I think I didn't because I didn't think that, I thought that was my room. Unlock 1847, insert something in the sculpture's forehead, padlock by the mezzanine, by the stairs. Yeah, lots of puzzles that we haven't got yet. Unlock the gate to the cemetery. Wow. Okay. Well, with the video cassette boxes, we may have some additional clues to some of these puzzles. Let me take a look at our current position here. Okay, so we're in the foyer here. East hallway, 3rd floor. There's a locked door here. There's a shortcut door there. There's a craft room here. I don't remember being in the craft room. But no, we were here because we fixed the poster. Okay. Red paintbrush and drops of red paint and the poster itself. Still not sure what those posters are about. Lorenzo's Vermilion Tears. There was a character named Lorenzo, wasn't there? Films, games, and scripts. Renato, Lieutenant Resnick, Major Lawrence. Everybody's got R and L names here. Ace of Hearts, Roberto and Lori. R and L. Rudy's looking for Lazarus. Regina looking for Little Leaf. Ronaldo. The Third Eye. Lorenzo. So we didn't actually see a Lorenzo. All right. Let's check the hallway here. This is room 1847. It does have a maze on it. We saw the maze. I feel like we've seen that before. We saw the maze in the loft, right? Do I have a copy of that? Wouldn't be a note. Maze design. Yeah, it looks like... I don't see how this would be a number, though, or... No, we need a key for 1847, so this doesn't really help. It's likely to make you view your own headstone. Okay, so we need a key for this door, which is a shame. We're now at the point in the game where I need to start, like, just revisiting everything I've already seen. So there's not going to be much in here aside from the shortcut. We already opened that document tube. Can't get to that. All right. So that's our room. We were just in there. That's the craft room. We can come over here. 1963. Yes? Is this about the script pages? Under the door. Slide it in. Yeah, I don't have any script pages. Got the espresso machine. What else have we got going on here? The need to like navigate these awkward menus to get to the map is very frustrating. So this is West Hallway, 3rd floor. There's a shortcut there. There's a crafts room here with another poster that I think we've already solved. I don't think there's... If I look at the map here, that's a shortcut door. Can't open it from this side. There's no locked doors that we can open by solving puzzles right here. We could check the lounge and see what this printer is about. I don't remember if we saw that or not. Printing device. Yeah, I don't remember these. Yeah, these busts. 3N8. 3N1. I just don't know what these mean. 23 lay. 23N1. And then input case sensitive code to request bug report 2. How do I... There's no way to leave without actually hitting print. Don't know what to make of that puzzle. You don't like this game? Because it's getting creepy? Huh. I think it's only going to get creepier. Big problem I have right now is I don't know what puzzle to be working on. They all seem pretty obtuse. Oh, there is a red ghost going into this door. What the hell? Oh, this wasn't open before. This was blocked off with a velvet rope. Okay, so it's a new area. So what does the map have to say? We are in exhibition sculpture. We have access to paintings. There's a locked door here with boxes and some kind of music icon. And then if we go through here, back exit. Yeah, there's a lot more going on all of a sudden. So there's a sign here in front of this sculpture. Lorelei Vice, Nome, Granite. In Nome, we are invited to see the thoughts of a person as they are formed. 9 slates, some containing letters forming a seemingly nonsensical word, seem to grow as ideas on the subject's forehead. The piece is cryptic, even maze-like, and ultimately lets us use our imagination to project our own ideas onto its slates. AORZN. A lot. Wait a minute. Nero Renzo. Those are all the letters used to form the name Nero Renzo, right? Nero Renzo. Huh. Nero Renzo. Can I interact? Can I do anything with the art? I cannot. Over here we have a locked door. There's a keypad next to it. Ah, okay. I do think I know what this is. There's no back button in this game. So if I want to spell Renzo, it's bottom left, top left. Or if we number them, well, R-E-N-Z-O. I'll just try and remember the pattern. R-E-N-Z-O. So it's R-E-N-Z-O. Hey, nice. I solved one. Okay. Call about puzzle boxes. Bingo Bango? One of the easiest puzzles so far? Yeah, agreed. Okay. Verschlossen Erinnerungen. Teak, oak, steel, and aluminum. In Verschlossen Erinnerungen, the artist invites us to participate, play, and ponder. At a glance and first touch, these boxes appear nonsensical and unopenable. At closer inspection, patterns appear, forming meaning and order, and the participant can start to sense that this piece is only part of a greater puzzle with solutions elsewhere, perhaps even elsewhen. Yeah, there's another time travel hint. So all of the art created by the artists in this game seems to serve two functions. One is like the surface level where it's art, and the second there's something else going on. So we have a number of puzzle boxes here. Yikes, that's a lot. All right, lots of puzzle boxes to open with goodies inside them, I guess. Probably things like cassettes and dollars and... Oh, there's another phonograph. All right. This one has different shapes. Seems like there's 4 buttons for each. That's certainly not going to be the solution. At least we're getting each of these puzzle boxes kind of into our system. There's a part of me that's hoping I randomly guess correctly, which seems highly unlikely. Okay. So that's all we can do here. We can call him, I guess, about that later. Eventually I'll follow the red ghost thing we saw, but for now... Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I know it's red paint and not blood, but it feels like blood. It feels super creepy. Let's see what this has to say. Himmelskorper, oil on canvas. Having mostly used her talents... Oh, this is Renate Schwarzwald. This is not Lorelei Weiss. Okay. Renate Schwarzwald. Having mostly used her talents and training in traditional paintings for landscapes and portraits, Schwarzwald's motifs became more and more minimal, sometimes even simple by the end of her life. Her later work would often include mystic symbols, some not deciphered to this day. Moon. Mars. Mercury. Jupiter. Venus. Saturn. Sun. Okay. Well, that's gonna be some sort of... Everything's part of a puzzle, right? Everything's part of a puzzle. All right, let's keep going. Where are we now? She's passing through this door somehow. Shortcut 6. Okay. This we may be able to solve. Now, what is on the other side? Where exactly am I? It's a room with multiple shortcuts. So even if we unlock this, we won't be able to do anything. We'll have to unlock this one and this one to have it be useful. But I'd still like to try. So let's look at the book, Puzzle Volumes number 1. I'm guessing puzzle number 6 would be... V plus L equals 135. What? Well, I mean, V as a Roman numeral is 5, but L is not 130. Huh. Pila Gorilla Wolf, what do you guys think about this one? Like, just thoughts. Just throw something out there. Radix, if you're here too, I'd love to hear what you think. Does this seem like L is 50? So how would 50 plus 5 get you to 135? Puzzle number 6. Well, if V... this wouldn't... How would this be Roman numerals, though? Maybe it's not Roman numerals. Maybe it's some other type of visual puzzle? So V has 2 lines, L has 2 lines, or 1 line with a right angle. Oh, could it be something to do with angles? If L is a right angle, that's 90 degrees. I guess you could say V is... Is that a 45-degree angle? It is, isn't it? So L is 90, right? It's the angles? I think so. I think it's an angle puzzle. Let's see. $90. Hey, we got it. Nice. That required some outside the box thinking for sure. I kind of lucked into that one. There's an American dollar. Okay. And these other 2 doors should be locked from the other side, I believe. Yeah, bolted from the other side. Bolted from the other side. All right, so that's what we can do there for now. Now, over this way, what do we have? Hole in floor. Sledgehammer. The hole blocks the way. I don't know about jump down. There's an American dollar crumpled up under the hammer. I'll take that. Do I want to jump down? I don't... Well, not yet. I want to see if we can get in this door first. There's a keypad next to the door. Okay, so this poster, this lithograph, maybe something? MDCCC XLVII. All right, so something 47, 347. Is that going to be 1847? Almost certainly, right? Oh. I wish I could look at this. I think that's 380-645-7921. So 1847. 1847. No, I think I did that wrong. 1847. Yeah, I did do that wrong. 1847. Got it. Okay. That one's not easy because you can't look directly at the poster the way you'd like to. You kind of have to look at it from the side. Oh, shit. What's this? Okay. I mean, when you see a woman lying on the ground with red around her, you think blood, right? You don't think paint. Also, look at the shifting. Like, I still don't understand what that is. The shifting reflections are very... They're almost upsetting in how bizarre they are. So there's like... I wish there was like a zoom function or something. There's 4 lines. One is going to this drain. One is going to this bust. The horse statue. There's a hole in the forehead of the statue. All right. There's another line looping through and coming under this boulder and coming over here to this grate. We got a crank. You would smell whether it's blood or paint. I suppose that's true. We did pick up the crank. And then... a 4th line that goes up the wall, I guess, somewhere. And then we got a dead body. Red glass shards surround. Okay, so it's not blood. Red glass shards. She's holding on to a broken key. I'm guessing here. Oh, is this? Wait a minute, that formed a number. Three, 1, 4. We want something like 2014, I think, but I don't know where the 3 fits in. This could make this 8? 1840... That's 1847. Oh, that's the room key for 1847. Okay, all right. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, that's certainly a good thing. We got a lot of phone calls to make to the guy. Oh, look at this. We can go around behind the corner here. This is nuts, man. There's this game just has a lot of content and exploration right now. Bolted from the other side. Everything's always bolted from the other side, man. Okay. So it's shards of red glass. Fair enough. This door has a horse on it. Horse with a sword. Horse with scales. Horse with scythe. What? Outer gate. And then there's this plaque. 1847. West equals 4? What does the keypad look like? Okay, so this is like a compass. That would be north, 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 north. $1847. Okay, so if west equals 4, North equals 4 divided by 4. So north is 1. South is 8. So north, south, west, east. North, south, west, east, right? North, south, west, east. 1847. Okay. Ooh. I mean, every time I find a puzzle, it's like 1 in 3 chance I can open it immediately, or the other 2 out of 3 times it's like I'm totally baffled and have no clue. Did we see everything there is to see in this courtyard? I don't feel like we did. Look at this. There's a key in the tree. Obtained the E-shaped key. Bolted from the other side. We could put the crank in here, I guess. That didn't work. So it's... Well, if it's not the crank, then it is definitely the tampon, right? No. All right. I don't have anything that would fit in there. Okay. So I guess we can't really open these doors or interact with these doors. That one had arrows in it. I guess we've gotten what we can get here for now. And what does the game call this area? Yeah, we don't have a map here at all. Okay, so the back courtyard or something doesn't really have a map, or maybe we haven't found the document case that contains it. That's right. There was a bunch of stuff out front too that I kind of skipped past because it was all locked when I came in at the start of the game, but might be worth revisiting some of that. I can't go anywhere except into this tent. Look at all the red. Pila, no, I have never played Beyond Two Souls. I haven't played it, unfortunately. I don't even really know what it's about. All right, we got books about divination. The Skeptic's Guide to Crystal Gazing. To understand crystallomancy, we must understand that all divinity is therapeutic, not paranormal. Over the years, there have been several scientific studies of the practice, and many come to the same conclusion. Crystal gazing is self-hypnotism. What you see in the crystal could simply be something you have forgotten or repressed. All right, transcendental numerology. 1 is the divine, 9 is death. 6 is life, and 3 is creation. 1963. These numbers seem to be touchstones or keystones that are threading their way through all the puzzles in some fashion. 1963, 1847, 2014. Those 3 numbers feel super, super important. Combining them tells us about the holy powers and visions within each person and how to use them in creativity. This is then the year for creation at all costs, life or death. To those willing to see it, 1963 is a year of finality and new beginnings. Okay, 7 moving astronomical objects. It's believed that the Babylonians were the first to divide the moon phases in moon phase cycles in 4, which became what we today know as a week. They also developed a horoscope by assigning them the 7 classical planets: Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and the Sun. We saw symbols for these in the painting room. And there was also some sort of puzzle that used the phases of the moon. Yeah, okay. So this is probably used to solve that puzzle. We've got some dates and some moon phases. We'll have to come back to that. What else have we got in here? There's a note. Not here? Call me. 1798. Lorenzo. Lorenzo's in all the magic posters. God, this game is really interesting. There's so many different pieces, and they're strewn about, so you find them at weird random times, but you have to make the connections. You have to kind of remember what you've seen. Get the crystal ball. More books about divination here. Modern astrology. Unknown stars, unknown future. Meteorites from Tertius Oculus are still found on Earth to this day. In Rubrum Astronomica, Lucius writes, when the third eye passes us by, the world belongs to creators. There was a film. One of the movie posters or cassette boxes was called The Third Eye, I think. An artist will be crowned king, and he will lead our victory over Mammon. He will create items of great beauty, and for a fleeting moment there will be harmony in chaos. But order will be restored, and knights of the Third Eye end in blood. Artists will die or surrender to the merchants. Mammon will not be denied, but artifacts of these knights will remain among us. Another L name, Lucius, picked up another buck. We're up to 17. The zodiacs, who are we? All right, so we got a list of the zodiac signs and what they correspond to. Now, is this accurate? Where's Pisces? Yeah, Pisces is right-ish. Although my understanding is that because of the nature of the universe and the position of the Earth in relation to... Well, my impression is that the actual dates have changed since they were originally, like, created. Because, like, the stars move or something. I don't remember the exact details. But that may be useful for solving a puzzle. We have in the cards, cartomancy for beginners. The Ace of Spades, also known as Death card or the Spadille, has been a symbol related to war and also asexuality. But in the French tradition of fortune telling, it would usually mean bad luck or death in one's future. The card fell out of the book. The Ace of Spades. Okay, so we have the Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Spades. You're a Taurus, Pila. Gotcha. Okay. Oculomancy. It is in the eyes. Now, Lorelei and the laser eyes, this may be very interesting. There is, of course, more to oculomancy than simply reading the reflection in the questioner's eyes. Over the next chapters, we will learn about what an oculomancer can tell about a soul by the shape of their eyes, the color of their iris, and how we can provide spiritual guidance by studying the nuances in a bloodshot eye and the structure of the vessels. All right, that's not super great. I do think this is kind of interesting as a screenshot. It's got more color than previous things. I guess we're going to hit the crystal ball up here and see what this does for us. A voice echoes from within the ball. I see your destiny. I see islands, caves. Your tragic fate leads you to an island far away. Sulawesi. In the cave where this started thousands of years ago. Do you wish to hear more? The year is 1982. You will wander the paths of that primordial cave. You will go north. Oh, I have a choice here. East, south, west? This I don't know. Is this a puzzle or what? I don't know. I think let's journey to the west here. I went west. I guess then I go north. Then east, then south. We'll make a box shape. This is some sort of puzzle that I don't have the answer to yet. How do I exit the crystal ball? That was like 8 directions, I think. At this point, you will see. Absolutely nothing. Will you not wonder the true path? All right, so there's another path we got to figure out, another puzzle to solve in the crystal ball. And with that, we've seen quite a lot today. Solved a handful of puzzles. I think the next thing I need to do is get to a telephone and make a number of telephone calls. We did also pick up some keys, so there should be a room that's open to me now if I can find it in this massive junkyard of a haunted mansion. But I'm going to take a break here since I have just located a computer to save the game. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. It's a very, very interesting and fascinating game. I'm very engaged by it. But it's a lot of reading and puzzling and stuff, so I don't want to do too much in any given day. I want people to be able to enjoy a given episode or stream and then have it wrap up at a reasonable time. So we're going to call it there. We'll be back tomorrow with more Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Until then, as always, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you practicing it. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.